Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, student. How are you today? I'm fine too. Before we start our class, we say Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Before we start our class, do you know about the material of this day? Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay. The material what we learn in class is explanation text. Do you know about explanation text, or maybe you heard about this topic? If you don't know, I will give you a definition about explanation text. Definition of explanation text. Explanation text is a text which tell process relating to forming of natural, social, scientific, and cultural phenomena. Explanation text is to say why and how. Why or how of the forming of the phenomena. It is often found in science, geography, and history textbook. An explanation text is written to explain how and why something in the world happened. It is about action rather than about thing. Explanation apply a valuable role in building, storing our knowledge. Technical and scientific writing are often expressed in this form. The type of explanation. When writing explanation, we can establish that the phenomenon exists and then explain why or how this come about. The writer should acquire a great deal of content knowledge before beginning the explanation. There are different of explanation. One type explanation an occurrence or how something works. It may be mechanical, explaining how a lawn motor works, technological, describing how a computer works, or natural when describing how avalanche occur. A second type explains why things happen. For example, why object expand and contract, and why bathroom mirror must up when we shower. Yet another type may explain the similarities and difference between objects, and final type will explain how to approach a problem that has to be resolved. This is the tech type linked with science and technology topic, where explanation of natural or non-natural phenomena are explored. For example, how television works and why earthquakes occur, how tornadoes are formed, and how sun moves through a variety of material. It also has a link with human society and environment where explanation. Next, are written for how cotton is processed to become article of clothing. Why we should exercise and eat a healthy diet for cheese and processed from milk. Okay, the generic structure of explanation text. The generic structure of explanation text, there is general statement and sequence of explanation. General statement, stating the phenomenon issue which are to be explained. And the next, sequence of explanation. Sequence explanation, stating a series of steps which explain the phenomena. After generic structure of explanation text, we must know about purpose of explanation text. The purpose of explanation text is explanation text is a text which tells process relating to forming of natural or social, scientific, and cultural phenomena. And the next, to explain how or why something happened. According to Mark Anderson and Kathy Anderson, saying that the explanation type is often used to tell how and why things or phenomena occur in the nature. Okay. Explanation types are written by a member of a number of professions to explain processes. Medical research write explanation for doctor, nurse, and health worker about how medical work develop. Weather forecaster explain weather pattern and change for farmer, student, and scientists. A biologist will describe how butterflies develop from cocoon for study and observation. Students should be writing detailed and accurate sequence of events, and at this stage should be writing explanation showing causal relationship as well as sequential one. Causal relationship explain natural happenings such as tornado, earthquake, or a lunar eclipse. It is important that students understand that explanation can be a part of large text. It is quite usual to find explanation within a report to explain some aspect of the information. They are frequently found as an integral part of a procedural text. To the procedure explaining to the reader how to do something, and the explanation detailing how it works. The structure of explanation text. Explanation have a following basic structure. There is title and okay. The specific of generic of structure is title, general statement, series of sequence paragraph, and conducting paragraph. The title explanation have a title that prepare and lead the reader to the text. This can appear in a variety of form, a heading that name the action to how and why question or a problem that is be answered by the explanation. General statement tell about the first paragraph as a general statement that introduces or identifies the scientific or technical phenomena. It is give the audience a brief introduction to the event or thing and understand of the type of the text that is so full. Sequence statement. At this stage, students explain are developing causal relationship as well as sequence 1. The logically sequence paragraph explain why or how something happened rather than focus on the object. The explanation sequence should consist of a series of happening, action, cause, or process that are focused on the text type. Okay, the last concluding statement atau or conducting paragraph. The next language feature of explanation text. First, use the present tense. Next, use of complex noun group to full detailed description. 3. Use the abstract noun. 4. Use of pronoun for word already introduced in the text. Usually, the subject is not human. For example, mountain, rain, or video. Use of sentences that have a clear subject and verb agreement. And 7. Use of action verb to explain cause or from, state from. 8. Use of adverbial phrase of time and place to tell where and when action occur. 9. Use of connective link time sequence in a cause and effect of sequence. The next. What should you write explanation text? First, concluding statement. You may want to include interesting comment, a summary, or a recommendation about what you have explained. And next, the difference of explanation text and procedure text. First, explanation text. Describe how certain phenomenon or event happen. Second, form in the mode of description. The procedure text describe how to make something which is close to our daily activity. Second, format in the mode of instruction. Some tips to write up explanation text. First, introduce your topic with a definition or brief description. Next, explain important point in order. Sum up or comment. New paragraph for each point. And last, style in personal, second or third person. Okay. This is the example of explanation text. Why tadpole change? Frogs are amphibian. Amphibians spend part of their life underwater. Young frogs start their life in the water as tadpole. First, the female frog lay a lot of eggs, so some will survive from being eaten by fish and other animals. The eggs are small and often laid inside white foam. Next, the egg hatches into tadpole. Tadpoles have gills so they can breathe underwater and strong tail to help them swim. As the tadpole grow bigger, they start to change because they need to become a frog. Their tail becomes smaller and they begin growing legs. The back legs grow first, followed by the front legs. Tadpoles also start to develop lungs because they have to be ready to breathe on land when they become a frog. Tadpole may be found in billabongs, lakes, swamps, or even in puddles after heavy rain. And rewrite all answers and arrange them to paragraph by putting some connector. Okay, I commend you to make some example of explanation text based of this example. Include a general statement like title, general statement, series of sequence paragraph, and conducting paragraph. Understand? Okay. If you understand, the next topic is when to use the explanation text. You can use a explanation text when you want to tell or explain how things work or why something happened. So if you wanna write about explanation text, you must know about the generic structure of explanation text, because if you not know about generic structure, maybe you have an error during the writing of explanation text. Okay, the language feature of explanation text. In an explanation text, there are linguistic features as below. First, using simple present tense. Second, using abstract noun or no visible noun. 3. Using passive voice. 4. Using action verb. And last, containing explanation of the process. Any question about this topic? Okay. If you understand about this topic, I will give you some homework to do in the home and submit in the next week. This homework is I want you to make some example of explanation text. The topic is up to you. Can natural phenomena, human phenomena, or anything what you know. Understand? Okay, that's enough. That's a topic from me. If you don't understand, you can ask to me. Any question? Okay, I think that's enough for this session of class. I'm sorry if I have mistake, and say alhamdulillah together. Alhamdulillahirobbilalamin. Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.